I know it's kind of late tonight and I'm just about ready to go to bed. And Saturday night, there's just been Milwaukee riots and it's just been obnoxious and just crazy. Just going over it, and there's just been such a great divide between whites and blacks. And already I've lost 3 friends, not to death, but 3 black friends that decided to join the Black Lives Matter. And just because I'm white, they absolutely hate me. One of them is named LaShondra, and I've been friends with her since I was 11. And the story is on my 12th birthday, I had chicken pox. My friends came over that already had chicken pox, you know. Even though I was sick and felt icky, we had the birthday party because I really wanted it. And she hadn't had chicken pox, and she came over anyway, and I said, you didn't have chicken pox ever. And she said, well, I don't care because I want an excuse to not go to school, and we made a joke about it. And yeah, she did end up with chicken pox. But we had been friends up until about 2 years ago, and it just turned sour. And a couple of my other friends, Sarah and Francine, was like, what's happening? What's wrong with her? And she, and 2 others just became so distant. And, of course they don't live in my neighborhood. And I live in a primarily black neighborhood. And the black community here, they're fed up with Black Lives Matter. They're sick and tired of it. They don't want any part of it, and that's pretty much why we've stayed pretty peaceful and cordial towards each other, because it's just pure bull. But this last riot, Saturday, they brought in the National Guard. That's how big it was. I should have said something before, and I wish they would, Black Lives Matter would have listened with all these riots, that it would bring about martial law. And I'm surprised I didn't listen to it before. But they're funded by George Soros. Now, George Soros knows better, and that's what he wants is martial law. But they never thought about that. And I wish I would have spoken up. But this divide, how they want to kill us white people. And you can see footage over YouTube and Facebook and everything else. Kill whiteys. They're pulling white people out of cars. When they were burning down that gas station, they were yelling, Black Power. What power? The Black Lives Matter and what they want, it's not giving them any power. It's turning them into slaves to the system. I want freedom for them. Get out of this Black Lives Matter and become independent. There's a lot of black people that are saying the same thing if you go on YouTube. If you look up black people against, or blacks against Black Lives Matter, you'll see they have Volume 1, Volume 2, and I've seen it up to Volume 12, but they're just tired of it. And I think everybody's tired of it. In fact, I miss the late 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and then the 2000s until Obama got into office. And I noticed the division right then and there. There's that tension that got worse and worse. But I miss my friends. And I miss that camaraderie between blacks and whites during the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and the early 2000s. Sorry if I'm ranting, it's late at night and I'm not ready to go to bed, but having the National Guard go in there, that's kind of an indication that It's not just going to be in Milwaukee. It's going to be in other cities. It's going to be martial law, and they're the ones that have caused it. And I almost want to say, gee, thanks a lot. I don't mean any hate behind this. It's just frustration. And just that great divide that's in between us. And that's what it is. It's a great divide. And I miss my three friends, especially the Chandra, because we've known each other since I was 11. And now I'm almost hitting 50. You know, it's sad. And just watching the riots, smashing cars, over a thug. A man pulled out a gun on a police officer. The police officer shot him dead. What do you expect? What do you expect? Why glorify a thug? It's always a white man gets shot by a cop. Big la-di-da, big deal. But the black man gets shot by a cop. Everybody riots. The news makes a big deal out of it. The city officials make an excuse. There is no excuse. I mean, more white people get shot by cops than black people get shot by cops. Their statistics are out there. I don't know how many people have to bring that up. But there is no excuse to tear down a city. There's no excuse to act like animals. There is no excuse. And there is no excuse for this great divide, this division. This should not be. Anyway, I better hit the sack. I just thought I'd get this out there. I'm tired, especially when I heard the National Guard. It's just a matter of time, you know. Martial law is already hitting. It's going to get only worse. Anyway, have a good night.